to the WOW Seat Workspace. I am the WOW Empress, AliNICOLE WOW, She Does It All, and I'm also the founder of the WOW Seat Media. And you can learn more about our other featured signature segment production platforms at www.thewowseat.tumblr.com. And we also welcome you to follow us on Facebook if you aren't already doing so. So on this platform, I feature some of the finest, and I do mean the finest, thought leaderpreneurs that I have had the privilege of advising, mentoring, and consulting as it relates to their worthwhile, outstanding works. And I can honestly say that it is such a delight to feature wisdom leaders that really realize the importance of having another trusted expert to assist them with taking their WOW missions to the next level so that they can make an even greater impact in the marketplace. So in this workspace session, I am working with Chief Chakra Awakener and also the author of Awakening Consciously, Brenda Jacobson. And also co-consulting with me in this session is Genuine Leadership Power Enhancer and also the Empathic Power Enhancer, Gina Gardiner. And Gina has been featured on this platform for her own workspace session for Empathic Preneurship Empire building. And there'll actually be a link to that particular session within the description. So before I bring them forward, I would actually like to share a little background story because I've had the privilege of getting to know Brenda, whom I met through Gina. And the three of us have just had some phenomenal energy and collaborations together. We have co-authored publications, we've co-facilitated masterclass trainings, and also we've hosted a virtual tour initiative for the empathic community. So today, both Gina and I will be helping Brenda to jumpstart her new high-end success and start leveraging more of her empathic gifts so that she can serve at a higher level. And something else that we'll be touching on is that she's actually going to be leveling up to join Gina as one of my WOWLYWOOD celebrity-preneur experts. And so Gina will be helping Brenda to prepare for the celebritypreneurship intensive that's required for others to become an expert on that platform, and as well to be featured on other the WOW Seat Media productions. So just want to actually give a warm welcome back to Gina first. Gina, thank you for joining in on this session.
Thank you. Very pleased to be here and really excited to see how things are going to move forward for Brenda and for us all, for that matter.
Yes,
Brilliant.
definitely. Absolutely. Thank you again. And warm welcome to Brenda. Welcome to the WOW Seat Workspace.
Thrilled to be here with you, ladies. Again.
Yes, absolutely. We are thrilled to be with you. As I mentioned, we always have such great energy, and it's exciting to be, in this space to start really leveling up, to this higher advantage. So a little context for the listeners, and also Brenda, for you, is that the way this session will work is I will be sharing a few considerations in the first half for you to sort of ponder on, and then we'll get into some master planning after the break. And but also we'll do a little bit of brainstorming as well, and I'll reiterate this as we are going along. Gina and I will be providing a few considerations as well for you to work on. And also, Gina, I'm going to be providing a few considerations for you to work on alongside with Brenda as well. I want to maximize the experience by providing really the best experience for you to render to Brenda, in addition to being able to catapult your own success, in a few areas, as well as you assisting her. So before we get started, Brenda, I always ask this question of those who come to the WOW Seat Workspace. I would really love for you to share why as a leaderpreneur do you believe it's important to have support from a mentor, coach, or an advisor?
Well, I think with the pace of change that we're seeing in our world right now, nobody can go it alone. Every system at the core of our existence is being challenged to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening at a pace that none of us have ever experienced before. So nobody can grasp the vastness of this on their own. Seeing the world through an expanded perspective is
Mm-hmm.
absolutely necessary. And that comes from mentors, coaches, and advisors.
Absolutely, yes. And you provide that yourself for so many others. And so, I always commend those who are leaders that are also allowing themselves again to help uh, have someone else help them expand and take, what they do, to the next level. So before we get started, I just want to reiterate for the listeners again, the first half of this session, I'm going to share a few considerations and then we'll start the brainstorming process, and then moving into the second half of the session, we will get more into the master planning and also the co-consulting that Gina will be providing as well. So we ready to get started? Love to hear some of the considerations, Brenda.
I'm on the edge of my seat, AliNICOLE. Yes, very
Wonderful.
excited to be moving into this process.
Awesome, awesome. Well, it's certainly time for you to be leveling up in your high-end branding expression and being able to expand, your empire, because we really want to be able to showcase the many dimensions and aspects, of who you are. But we also know that with being an empath, there is the journey of that within itself. And so there are aspects within just the empathic journey that also have to be expanded for this higher end expression to come forth. As you've heard me share in many trainings, different teachings, that empaths are really hardwired for high end work. And a lot of times they don't really fully step into that. And then even when some of them who are, there's different dimensions of it. And so it's just time to go to a higher level. And so I'm excited that this is the journey that you're embarking on, because that calling is pulling you forth. And so, so it's definitely exciting. So, a few of the considerations as I was being present, there's a couple of revisiting aspects that will take place. But I actually have, it's a training article on LinkedIn, and it's called The Art of Becoming an Empathic Entrepreneur and Building a High-End Empire. And it actually contains several videos, and including, the master class training that you facilitated with me, and that Gina so graciously and beautifully hosted, for us. And also she co-facilitated, in that training as well. And so it would be good for you to listen to those videos. Some of them are short, and then there are a few that are a little longer. But then also revisiting and re-listening to our masterclass training, the highly sensitive to high end, the right WRITE way. So it's going to be good for you, to revisit that, especially, in the present, because we know that the present moments is where all the power is. And sometimes when you're able to hear something, more than once, and especially after you've come away from it for a duration of time, it can speak on a different level. And then, of course, it's different whenever you're facilitating something and you're there participating, and then when you come back away from it and you can actually be more present, and listen. So that was something, that came up that will start to help the prime to pump more for this new high-end expression that's going to be coming forth. And also, Gina, it would be great if you would go through the videos as well, so that you can better assist Brenda with this level up. But also you can in the process, consider sharing maybe a few of your concepts from your stepping into your genuine power as an empath, your publication. So, you'll know how to sort of integrate, but it would be great if you yourself could actually go through those trainings, because you also will find that you may end up using them in your cohort groups and some of the trainings that you have coming up for empaths. You may find that this particular series lays a lot of the foundations and covers a lot of different things in depth that you won't have to spend time explaining. And even Brenda, I will even mention this, even there's one even dealing with the root chakra. And so that would be because that's one of your primary works. And just to be able to hear this particular one and get an up level yourself, even in that, but then also too, it may be something you incorporate, into some of your teachings and trainings, as well, just as a companion. So the energy of the writingpreneur and publishingpreneur and contentpreneurship, these aspects really need to be the primary focuses, because as you've heard me say that empaths, particularly writing is going to be the primary focus, the gateway, the chief vehicle that they really need to leverage in moving the energy and expression, and which can lead into other aspects. And this is where the energy needs to be moving so that it can start to set up this high-end vibe and start to build the momentum, especially as it relates to maybe speaking, opportunities of virtual and live, but also high volume selling for publications and courses, which I know you have, courses and other ones that are going to be created. But also audio products and more. So there's a lot that will be coming forth, but the writing really helps to set up the energy. And also some things coming up is that we can leverage the LinkedIn article publishing, preneurship. And this is something, Gina certainly will be helping you with and assisting you with as well. But I also have an article, training on LinkedIn article publishing preneurship, as well. And so, of course, I'm going to send you all these links to these different articles. Also, I just want to say, Gina, I have 2 publications that came up that you can help Brenda with, one of which the energy is actually calling you to provide some type of expression in this publication too, and it could be that it's a forward, so it is a co-authored publication, but it's called The Awakened Empath, a conscious journey to enlightenment the right WRITE way. And again, we have an upcoming, media tour, a publication tour that's going to be coming up. And so that will be Gina's right, not Gina's, that will be Brenda, your right, one of your right way, publications that, will be featured, since that's going to be our primary, focus is on the right way as it relates to the empaths. So something else that is great.
Could I just clarify that that's Brenda's book, but you're suggesting that I do the forward, just so that we're really clear. Okay.
Yes. And so that's The Awakened Empath, a conscious journey to enlightenment, the right WRITE way. And Gina, something that is also great about this is that you can also leverage this initiative by repurposing your forward to go in your upcoming Enlightened Empathic Leadership, publication. So it's a win-win, that you can, be able to tweak and repurpose that and leverage it yourself also. The second one, which is something, Brenda, we've had a conversation about during the media tour, actually prior to the media tour, and this one is about getting to the root of your financial greatness. a 30-day root chakra awakening journal for empaths. And one of the fastest ways that you can bring forth this type of publication is to repurpose your writing from your contribution to my publication, from the masterclass, and take that content, repurpose and tweak it, and anything that you want to add, even just based off of maybe some of the things that came up within the masterclass, but because you were dealing more with the financial aspect, this would be good for you. Like I said, it's content that already exists, and you can take that and repurpose it. And Gina can certainly help you with looking at how to create the 30-day experience. And it could be just 30 days of affirmations, or an exercise that they're given for the first so many days. And so it can be broken up, 10 days of go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt you. Could you just repeat the title of that again?
Yes, and I'll be going back over this. Getting to the root of your financial greatness.
Yeah.
A 30-day root chakra awakening journal for empaths.
Lovely.
Yes, thank you. And so so she could repurpose what she contributed, like I said, to my publication. She could take that and repurpose it, and then just create this 30-day experience. And when it comes to these particular publications, Gina knows that I have a process where you can actually complete a work in less than 2 hours. And so I can show you both how to actually, create these publications in less than 2 hours.
Good.
So also, I know, Brenda, that you have my VIP Day Workspace Planner, the new high-end branding zone effect. And so it's going to be really good for you to start in that process. And Gina also can be able to, assist, with that. And because it is something that you're not having to do a full VIP day, so to speak, is that whenever you all meet, then you can she'll pre-look at it, and then you all can sort of just go over a few things, or just anything that jumps out. I'll let her sort of create that experience. Also, to move the energy, there needs to be more article writing, on LinkedIn. And then, of course, Gina will help you with the course, that we talked about, the 3-day course. So this may sound like a lot, but I can assure you that it actually isn't. And the processes that I offer, obviously, are where you can move through things very quickly and produce something of excellence. And so this is something that, we will start talking more about when we get into more of the master, planning aspect in the next part of the session. But it's time to move, this energy. And I'm really excited, Brenda, that Gina will be able to, come alongside you with this, because all of this is going to help to level you up and set the tone for you to build a momentum before shifting into the celebrity-preneur shift. So how does this sound so far?
It sounds very doable and really exciting. And I am thrilled to have Gina as my guide through this as well.
Well, you couldn't have a better guide, I can tell you that. I may be biased here, but I think I'm just speaking the honest truth, that Gina, is phenomenal. And because, she, in this regards, has already been on the journey, she's the perfect guide to assist you in this type of level up. So, I'm just thrilled to no end, just in terms of, the progression. So before we get ready to go to a small break, my recommendation is that Brenda, you just, start to ponder, a few things. And also Gina as well. But before we go to the break, did either one of you have anything that you would like to share real quick? Gina, are we ready to go to break?
No, I think that we've got a number of tasks, focuses. I think it's about, making them feel very doable. I know from experience that they are.
Yes.
Often it's just about getting them organized in your head and then recognizing that everything that you thought about writing a book and everything that I'd experienced about writing a book and writing these books is very different.
Yes, it
and
is.
So it's about letting go of any preconceived ideas because you don't need them. It's going to get in the way.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. This is a very different process. And then already, just offering you, one of the publications is basically done in terms of repurposing something that already exists and then adding what the 30-day experience. So what we'll do when we return from the break, we'll start brainstorming a little more, and then we will start the master planning of how all this comes together. So looking forward, to our next part of the session. So listeners, we will be back shortly.